I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a little video.
Oh,
Okay, I've returned to the scene of the crime. We're doing my gray roots, and who knows what else. I'll take it after. This is Sandy, my friend and stylist.
Hi, pardon my appearance. It's a no makeup day, but I've had a request, so I thought I'd come to the kitchen and film it. I don't know if this will be interesting to anyone. This is enchiladas. This is by no means any authentic Mexican or Mexican American recipe. These are the enchiladas that my siblings and I had growing up. My mom was not a big cook. She was a working mom. We were the first people I ever knew to have a microwave. They were crazy, crazy expensive. It was probably over 2 months of my mother's salary when she bought it, but it was important to her that we, particularly my younger brothers, were able to safely heat up something because we were kind of latchkey kids. So this is something that my family still loves, and like I said, I've had a request. So I can usually put it together with things in the freezer and pantry. So I'll show you the ingredients. What is absolutely paramount is Las Palmas red chili sauce, and it's also this one is just has English. Sometimes there's another label on the back that's called, and it says Chili Colorado. Oh, this one says it on the bottom. There's different packaging. Red chili sauce. Las Palmas also makes an enchilada sauce. Not the same taste. We love this red chili sauce. And I'm sure it has to do with the kind of chili it is. I've never read it. In fact, I probably will read the can today. But when I was a young bride living in Dallas, every time I got to go home to Bakersfield, I would carry cans of this back on the plane. Because you could not get it in Texas. You can now. I don't know if you can get it all the way to the East Coast, but if you can, try it. You can get it at H-E-B, Jane. Las Palmas red chili sauce. Tortillas. This is kind of a new product that I've found at Winco. Low sodium tortillas. Love it, love it, love it. Hamburger. The regular spices, I have some already mixed up, but it's chili powder, cumin, paprika, just, any spices that you would put in chili. So I'm going to use that. Cheese, of course, you can use any kind of cheese. I would usually just use this Mexican style. And all Monterey Jack is fine, all cheddar is fine. I'm definitely one to use what I have, so I've got a little of my 6 cheese Italian blend that's open, some sharp. I have some fresh mozzarella, and I even have some goat cheese. So depending on I'm never sure how big the casserole will turn out to be. So I can even add those. And onion, I'm just going to chop an onion. And since I have this Anaheim pepper, you can see it's nearing its time. So I'll go ahead and chop that up too. And I'm just going to use garlic from the jar. So I'm going to chop up the onion and pepper and get the ground beef going. Okay, we're gonna get going here. I have my casserole dish with a little bit of the Las Palmas red chili sauce in it, my burger mixture, the chili sauce, my tortillas, the cheese, and one ingredient I forgot to mention is olives. Normally I would use more olives, but this is all I have on hand. And you know, I was in my 50s before I found out that my mother didn't like olives. And she always served them whole when she made these enchiladas, and I guess it was so she could pick them out. We always had a relish tray on weekend dinners or any big family dinner or any company dinner. There was always a relish tray, and there were always olives. And I was just so stunned when she said she didn't like olives. I said, well, you always served olives. And she said, well, because you all like them. So, I mean, that meant a lot to me. That I went all those decades not realizing that Mom actually served something she didn't like just because we did. So here's all my cheeses, my olives, tortillas, red chili sauce, ground beef, onion, pepper, garlic, and spice mixture, and my casserole dish. And what I want to tell you is Mom always rolled these into enchiladas, and for decades I rolled them into enchiladas too. But because of the consistency of soaking them in so much sauce, even though we made individual enchiladas, we always served it as a casserole. So a few years ago, I finally got smart and realized there's no point in rolling the enchiladas. I just layer it kind of like an enchilada lasagna. Okay, we'll get started. I have my gloves on because I usually always put on gloves when I cut up hot peppers. And since the enchilada sauce is red, I usually leave them on for this procedure. So I've cut them in half because I layer it like an enchilada lasagna, but of course you can roll them also with any size tortillas. Really, there's nothing unique about this method except the Las Palmas red chili sauce. It has a taste like no other enchilada sauce. It's not sweet, it's not hot. They have it says medium on the can. I certainly wouldn't give it that. I think it's very, very mild. So let's see, I think I'll even do quarters so I can fill okay, 3/2 make a layer in this pan. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to add my ground beef mixture, a layer of cheese, I'm using my Mexican style cheese blend, pre-shredded. And a few olives. I would usually put 1 or 2 olives inside each enchilada. I don't have a lot this time, so I'll spread them thin. So now I'm going to go again with a layer of soaked tortillas. When I put these in the pan, I'm taking the cut side to line up with the edge of the pan. And so then it creates put the 2 cut sides end to end, and then these are the half circles, and then it creates 2 little like triangles that aren't covered. So that's why I'm doing these other quarters. And it makes a complete layer. Again, with the ground beef. A little of this sharp cheese. Oh. I don't know if I'll be able to use all this ground beef. I've showed you my trick before. I usually always pull out a portion for another meal for Roy and I, but I'm feeding 4, and this makes a great leftover. Everyone loves it when it's left over in the fridge. So I'll just layer this as high as it will go. This is my 3rd layer of tortilla. Or should I say tortilla? That must be the New York way, because I'm sure they know how to say tortilla in Louisiana and Mississippi. What shall I do with cheese this time? I think I'm going to put a couple of slices of this fresh mozz. This is, of course, for pizza making. We made a great pizza the other night with the rest of those roasted vegetables. When I made the tandoori chicken, I had all those roasted vegetables. And the next night we made a pizza. And last night we went to the club. They had endless, they called it endless crab legs, snow crab. And they had potatoes and corn. I didn't touch it. I saved all my room. I ate half my salad, and then I saved all my room for crab legs. I asked for a vat of melted unsalted butter, and the pile of shells I left did not look like they could come from one person. I just love crab. Of course, usually I grew up on the Dungeness crab. These are snow crab, which, where are they from? Are they from Alaska too? The fact that they're called snow crab, are they from super cold waters? I'm not sure. I guess I could Google that, but they're very similar in the hardness and texture to the Dungeness crab. And then of course I love the king crab also, but they definitely have to be pre-split. Okay, I'm gonna try to get one more layer. I could use a little more. I think I'll sprinkle in a little of this goat cheese. I've never put goat cheese in them before. But hey, cheese is cheese, right? Or maybe I have. I'm not sure. I usually have goat cheese on hand, so I probably have put it in before. I know I've put mozz in before. Press it down just a little so I can get one more layer. Ooh, and I have just enough to do one more layer of tortilla. Oh gosh. Maybe someday I'll get some tortillas and make a salmon taco. Now that I'm down to my last layer, I like it saucy. We all like it saucy, so I'll put a little more sauce. So I'll just break up this mozz a little bit to make the top nice and cheesy. Okay, here's my Enchilada casserole in the oven. It should take 40, 45, 50 minutes to get heated all through, bubbly and brown and bubbly on top. I'm wearing my Vince Camuto sandals. Okay, here we go. Enchiladas, straight out of Bakersfield. We always served it when I was a kid, and I've done it forever with just a simple lettuce and tomato topping and sour cream. See my pitiful little tomato? I didn't have any from the store, and I found just one little tomato or two little tomatoes in the garden. But this is the greatest sour cream. It's California company. It's owned by Kraft now, so I don't know if how far it's distributed, but certainly never found it in Texas, but find it here in Las Vegas. Newts and Hampshire sour cream, best sour cream ever. And tonight I'm using some of my pickled red onions along with the lettuce and tomato topping. No rice and beans. That wasn't how I had it growing up. And that's not how we serve it now. We just have the enchiladas and a salad. Thanks for watching. Bye.